back. In this video, we're going to look at boxing and unboxing. That is how Java will automatically move primitive ints or doubles or floats into their respective wrapper classes and back out. It's kind of a neat thing that Java does for us so that we don't get into type mismatch problems with the compiler when we're simply moving a primitive int or integer into the integer wrapper class. Using the wrapper class gives us a lot more functionality, so it's useful to have, and it's very nice how Java does a lot of this work for us. Okay, for this short video, I want to make a better run at explaining boxing and unboxing. Wrapper classes are something that you're going to see and even create as you go through your programming career, and they're really cool. So I want to show you a pure example of boxing and unboxing because Java provides us autoboxing, as they call it, for our primitive data types and their wrapper classes. So if I start with a capital integer, and we'll call it my integer, okay? My integer is an object of type integer, which is an entire class. So if I say equals 4, okay, that should normally get the compiler angry because they're not the same data type. But Java is smart enough to know that 4 is an int, and so it's going to automatically box it into the integer class. So it does not, and you read here, if you hover over integer, the integer class wraps a value of the primitive type int in an object. Okay? So it can accept the primitive 4 into an integer class object by auto-boxing it. By a similar token, I can unbox. So let me put a comment here that says, this is an example of auto-boxing. Okay? And now I'm going to say int my primitive, my prim, equals, and I can say my integer. Okay? And this is an example of we'll call it unboxing, where it's taking an integer class or an object of type capital integer and putting it into a primitive int. Okay, now it's telling me it's not used. So let's do a quick C SOP for, let me get my comments back. Oh, I see what I did. Let's move that back up there. Let's print my integer. And then we will copy that. Control C. Make sure I'm over here. Control V. And we'll make this my prim. And you'll see that these work just fine. Okay, there's 4 and 4. Okay, because it boxed it when it took a primitive and put it into the capital integer, and it unboxed it when it took the capital integer object and put it into a primitive variable of type int. So Java is very cool at boxing and unboxing for us. We can use those primitives with their associated wrapper classes interchangeably, and it'll do the work for us. Okay? So when you see the term boxing and unboxing, that's what it's referring to. So now you've seen how boxing and unboxing works. Like I said before, it's really kind of cool, and it's nice that Java does this work for us. In the next video, we're going to look at conditionals, so I'll see you on the other side.